Joining us right now to talk more about all of the above is Citizens Financial Group CEO Bruce Van Saun. Bruce, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, my pleasure.
Let's talk about your expectations for this economy, because there's all these worries about what's going on in Europe, going to hit the U.S., and as well that things are just going to slow down in the coming 2 years. Is that what you're seeing from your loan book?
No, actually, the domestic economy is still in very good shape. I think GDP growth will exceed 3% this year. Maybe it moderates to 2.5 or 3 next year. Unemployment on its way to 3.5. Inflation under control. Those signs of a very healthy economy.
Rick Reeder was just with us from BlackRock, noting that the Federal Reserve has raised rates 10 times since zero. How has it impacted your business?
Well, banks typically benefit based on the way their balance sheet is positioned. As rates move up, loans reprice quickly, and your deposit rates you bring up more slowly. So we're benefiting, and it hasn't been enough to really slow loan demand. So we've actually continued to see reasonably good loan demand. I think given the point, though, that the Fed has moved so quickly, right now the market anticipates a hike in December and then maybe a pause. Maybe there's one next year, most probably 2, which I would agree with. I think it's there's been a lot of medicine, and let's sit back and see how the patient has responded to the medicine.
Yeah, that's a very different expectation than just 6 months ago, Michael.
Yeah, Bruce, where are you seeing the most demand for commercial loans right now? Like what kind of sectors, what kind of businesses?
Yeah, I think the sectors that have been faster growing, so technology, healthcare, we've seen reasonable growth there. Energy, there's still a lot of exploration taking place. And then also general industrials, I think. In general, folks have good cash flow, and we continue to see good borrowing demand.
And you're the bank for the iPhone. If you want to have a plan for your iPhone, Citizens has the exclusive financing partnership with Apple. More than half of the iPhone buyers opt for installment plans.
Right.
What does that tell you?
Well, I think it's a great program. Apple's designed a terrific customer experience where you can take advantage of all their new releases and upgrade your phone, and we provide the financing for that. I do think there's an avenue to leverage what we've designed there to start to change the point-of-sale financing model. So we're looking at other partnerships, so stay tuned on that front.
And in terms of the growth going forward, you just presented, I'm looking at some of the notes, you had you were re-levering the balance sheet post the IPO. Tell us how you're allocating capital right now.
Yes. Well, it's been pretty balanced, so we're probably growing our commercial bank a little faster than consumer bank. There's more loan demand on the commercial side. We have a great consumer bank, and we just want to scale it up. So we've hired experienced loan officers from other banks, moved into some other regions, so we've seen nice growth there. On the consumer side, we've focused on niches where there's maybe less competition, so education refinance loans has been a big spot for us, and then areas like the Apple financing, point-of-sale financing.
What does the consumer look like in terms of their financial health, whether they have taken on too much debt or not?
I think the consumer has been fairly conservative. There's not extreme amounts of debt. You have to watch the subprime space, but ultimately...
Like subprime auto is one of our earlier guests was talking about that space specifically.
But if you look at the benefits to regular folks, today we've had real wage growth this year for the first time in a long time. That's positive. Tax reform has put cash back in folks' pockets. So I think the withholding benefit, tax benefit being lower is also benefiting the individual. So savings rates have stayed up, but also consumers have more buying power, so that's been positive.
Do you need to acquire to gain even more scale? I mean, obviously the number of banks has shrunk in the last decade. Right. What does the acquisition story look like for you?
Well, we've been acquiring fee-based businesses, so we want to get deeper in some of our services that we can offer to our customers. We bought an M&A shop last year. We bought a wealth advisor recently. We bought a mortgage company this year. We haven't focused on full banks. One of the things we did to grow is we were the first regional bank to launch a national digital bank called Citizens Access. And we're on track to have over $2.5 billion deposits in less than 6 months. So that's been very successful as well. So you don't necessarily have to grow with brick and mortar. You have to get really good at the digital game. That's where the real opportunity lies.
It's an opportunity, but also a risk, right? Because cybersecurity is an issue, growing concern, data breaches all the time.
Yeah.
What are you doing in that regard? More and more people using online banking as a tool. How do you protect the information?
It's really, really important. And you start with leadership. So we brought in a very experienced head of our cybersecurity area, and she's populated the area with a lot of good people. And then we've given her all the tools, the latest technologies that she needs to make sure that our customers' information is secure.
It's a great story. Bruce, it's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bruce Van Saun, their CEO of Citizen.